Hi, and welcome to another edition of It's Sexy When Men Cook, and we are here at the Slice Kitchen here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And today we're going to shoot a quick little meal idea if you just want to do a salad or if you want to do a side dish with something else. This is going to be a Mediterranean style salad. And the fun thing about this is, well, the interesting thing about this is that when I went to the store yesterday, when you see this, I'm hoping we're well past the coronavirus pandemic. But right now we're kind of in the very beginning of it here in the United States, and obviously stores have been cleared out. So I kind of found myself wandering around quite a bit looking for produce or anything really that we could cook with for the show. And so this kind of turned into a trip of what is available to make and can we make it taste good. So we're going to make a Mediterranean salad because those are the ingredients that was very easy to find in the store. So let's start, and we're going to clean up this head of lettuce the best we can. First off, we're going to do is we're going to peel back all the layers that we don't really want and see how much lettuce we actually end up with. And to make this quick, we're just going to cut that button off. And yeah, it looks like the outside's pretty much worthless. So we're just going to get rid of that real quick. And you know, honestly, sadly, I hope it doesn't come to this, but we don't come to a time when that is actually the best head of lettuce that you can find at a grocery store. So we're just kind of cleaning that up, getting rid of the stuff that we don't really want to eat. So now we got a reasonably good head of lettuce. And we're just going to make some short work of this. We're going to just kind of do this, and we're going to have some nice salad. And if you wanted to save some of that, you'd cut some of it off, save it for later. We're just going to kind of fill the bowl here. The thing I hate about going to a restaurant is that they don't break down the lettuce. There's nothing worse than to having your fork go into something and pulling up that much on a fork bite. For a salad, that's just really hard to get around. And if you're on a date or with business associates or something, that's like the worst. And we're just going to basically, you know what? I'm the only one eating this. Would not recommend doing this at home, but since I'm the one that's going to be eating it, because the only people that are here are me and Alex. Say hi, Alex.
Hi, Craig.
Pretty bare in here, really. It's kind of, everything's shut down, but we're trying to get these last couple episodes in. So we got our lettuce done. I want better to have some nice cucumbers, and what we're going to do is we're going to slice these fairly thin. We don't want them to be paper thin. That was paper thin. That was paper thin. But we want them to be just good enough. There we go. Get into a rhythm. And yes, I am using the claw technique, so I know where the knife blade is. I don't know why. I mean, I've cut my fingers over the years, and that's pretty common. It happens. And if you get bigger slices and you don't like that, you know, the easiest way to do that is just kind of quarter them. You can dice them, whatever you want to make them fit better. And again, you don't want that big fork bite. I hate that big fork bite. And it's just like you feel like an idiot. You pull that thing out of the salad and you're going, oh my gosh, I can't even fit this in my mouth, and yet you're expected to. All right, move this over here a little closer. Okay, we got some cucumbers in there. Let's move that off the side. Let's get some, I love these. These are just beautiful red peppers, red bell peppers. And we're going to slice these up. I'm not going to be in a hurry. Got all the time in the world. No one's waiting to use the kitchen. So this is like cooking at home, guys. You get all the time in the world. You don't have to feel rushed. We're just going to whip through this. If you notice, I'm cutting the way I'm cutting this, I'm cutting it cut side up instead of oh, look at that, little paper. Cut side up as opposed to down like this, because when you're cutting, especially a pepper like this, and you go down on it, you're flattening it out so it'll crack. If you want to cut, I always cut with the cut surface side up so that I can get that, and it holds better. And if your knife is sharp, you're going to glide right through that. Again, using the claw method so you don't slice your fingertips off. And if you do, there's always Band-Aids. All right, there we go. Got some beautiful, now we got some nice bright color in this. And with all that's going on, a little bright color is nice to have in your life. Tomatoes. These are just standard good old-fashioned cherry tomatoes. They actually had cherry tomatoes. And all we're really going to do with these is we're just going to cut a bunch of them in half just to kind of break those open and give them some little acidity and sweetness to our salad. This is probably more work than you guys have seen me do on this show. Just so low-key here today that I don't mind doing some of the prep. If my daughter was here, she'd be doing this, but she's not here today. She's having at-home day today. Okay, there we go. Now, to this other wonderful stuff. So we've got, you can kind of see this, we've got tomatoes, we've got our lettuce, we've got our English cucumber. These are chickpeas. Use them in making hummus, along with a number of other dishes. Great little Middle Eastern food choice, Mediterranean food choice. We're gonna just, literally all I'm gonna do is mix these in just like they are. And I got these out of a can on the canned good aisle. And they had plenty of garbanzo beans and chickpeas, so how about some? And also I have some sliced black olives. Now if you want, you can see I got the sliced black olives. If you want, you can get, because sometimes a little saltiness is great in a salad. Let's just give this a quick mix before we add our last few ingredients, and then we got to make our salad dressing. All right, we got some nice, about a half a cup of carrots. Got about a half a cup of dates, which is going to give it, again, a little sweetness. It's going to give it something a little chewy. You can put, if you don't want dates, you can, if you can get them, you can get dried raisins or regular raisins. Gold raisins are nice. So now let's make our salad dressing. And this is, now again, I'm having to kind of take from what I could get. This pomegranate vinaigrette actually does take a pomegranate juice. I was not able to find pomegranate juice, it was gone. But I did find blueberry pomegranate. It was 100% juice, which was kind of a key factor in choosing it. And grapeseed oil, olive oil, Crisco, vegetable oils, sunflower, safflower, all those oils were pretty much gone. But they did have grapeseed oil and a couple of other lesser known oils. And frankly, I love grapeseed oil. It's a great oil. It's got a lot of antioxidants in it. It's just a really, really good oil. Very light, which is good for dressings. So we're going to put our juice in there, and then we're going to put about a gallon. In fact, actually a gallon. We're not going to do a gallon of oil. We're going to do about a cup of rice vinegar and a cup of our grapeseed oil, which is going to be all of that oil. I'm going to stir that up a little bit. Pour that in here and give it a nice twirl. Now we're not done. That's just our biggest ingredients. We can show a little kosher salt in here for taste. And we're going to need sugar, so there's a little sugar. And I'm using ground white pepper in this. About a teaspoon. It doesn't take a whole lot. This is about a quarter cup of sugar, about a teaspoon of white ground pepper. I like the white ground pepper simply because it's got a little bit more bite to it. It's a little hotter than typical black pepper. So we're just going to throw that in here. And we got to have our garlic. There's some minced garlic, about a teaspoon and a half, maybe half a tablespoon. It's smelling good. Now these are shallots, and it calls for about 2 tablespoons of minced shallots. That's probably about that right there. So what we're going to do is, again, we're just going to cut this down and we're going to just keep chopping on it. I love this rocking motion. It just seems to be a lot easier and quicker to get through stuff, especially if you're mincing onion, shallots, garlic, whatever you're working on. Oh, there we go. We need just a little bit of lime juice. Now you can use a whole lime just for the sake of getting this done. We're just going to do a good squeeze on a half lime. You can use a hand juicer too if you want to get it all out. Let me give this a good whisk for a second. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get Mediterranean salad with garbanzo beans, sliced olives, string carrots, English cucumber, a fairly decent head of lettuce, and a beautiful pomegranate vinaigrette, and it's excellent. Real easy. You saw it didn't take me very much. You watched me from start to finish pretty much. It's very simple to do, and these are ingredients you can get at the store still. And you know what? It's okay. If you don't have celery, try fennel. This is Craig. It's Sexy Women Cook. We'll see you next time.